The most expensive vacations that only millionaires can go on. Bagging a bargain is the name of the game for us commoners when searching the internet in the lookout for luxurious yet affordable holiday destinations. But regardless, there are a multitude of luxurious travel options that begs you to throw that budget flying out of the window. A luxury which only the rich like our favorite celebrities can afford. Today, we have compiled a top 10 list of the most expensive holiday destinations to nudge you a little closer to putting luxury before those precious pennies. Just chant in your heads those holy words before entering your card details. You only live once, you only live once. 10. Paris. Paris has earned a reputation for being the city of love owing to the city's cafes culture, nightlife, bakeries, wine, and cheese paired with the iconic Eiffel Tower, especially at night. From the history buffs to architecture aficionados and sightseeing tourists, Paris means different to every type of travelers, and they usually find what they seek at a high price. Being lavish and romantic has tagged tourist spots and hotels in Paris to be pretty pricey. Many historic castles and homes that are turned to hotels and quaint living spaces charge a hefty price for the French experience. Hotel George V Paris gives unobstructed views of the Eiffel Tower from its penthouse apartment balconies and charges $26,500 per night to the romantics who can afford it. While a lot of Paris is made of dirty streets and homeless beggars, the tourists are the banks for the place to make money, and they charge accordingly. Best time to visit. The best time to visit Paris is from April to June and October to November when the weather is good and enjoyable. During these months, the tourist crowds are smaller than the summer. The cheapest time to visit Paris is off-season during December, January, and February. Most of the tourists like to visit Paris in June. 9. Fiji. Fiji consists of a series of 322 islands and is known for being a popular tourist destination as a serene island retreat and covered in natural beauty. For all its serenity and exclusivity, Fiji charges heavily for special private vacations to its remoter private islands, which are overpriced by its owners, individuals, or resorts. The volcanic islands of Matangi provides a luxury escapes with its beaches, rainforest hikes, and water activities like snorkeling and diving, but at a similarly lavish price of $600 a night. Even Matangi is cheaper than the Laukala Island Resort. A night at the hilltop villa on the private island of Laukala costs a whopping $44,000. You even need the owner's permission to have a vacation on this private and lavish property. Best time to visit. November to April. During November to April, weather is hot and humid and prices are high. May to October. During this period, the weather is dry and mild. October to November is considered the best time to visit Fiji because prices are reasonable. There are fewer crowds and weather conditions are dry, settled, and pleasantly warm. 8. New York City. New York City. New York is one of the most famous cities in the world, with being a cultural center of the US and a hub for finance, business, and artists alike. It's almost a tradition to visit New York at least once while traveling to the US in your life, because the city that never sleeps has a different atmosphere entirely. That of culture, some pollutions, and a lot of money. In addition to Wall Street, the tourism thrives with its reputations of culturally iconic places in the city, and the travels and stay can cost a fortune. Rates for a luxurious hotel start at $730 a night, while the average price for a hotel is $350, while food and the long busy travel pile up the cost of staying in the city. Even the millionaires who live there can get just an apartment. Best time to visit. The best time to visit New York City is considered from April to June and September to early November. Visiting New York is expensive, and if you're looking for a cheap visit, then you must visit New York from mid-January to the end of February. 7. British Virgin Islands. From a private villa to a private island, the British Virgin Islands have entered the status of a playground of the rich. Tourists who can afford can rent Sir Richard Branson's private villa or get an exclusive stay at the private islands of Guiana, with activities like snorkeling, scuba diving, hiking, and birdwatching, and relaxing on the white sand beaches with only 30 other guests in the entire land. Guiana's basic cottages starts at $700 a night, and the prices just rise from there for more luxury. The presidential vacations will leave you with irreplaceable memories and give you a relaxing time, but at a high price. Best time to visit. The best time to visit the British Virgin Islands is from September to November, before the crushing crowds of the winter's holiday. 6. Bora Bora. This tiny island in French Polynesia is the vacation spot for celebrities and elites, with its beautiful beaches, resort, and luxurious treatments at the resorts. With $800 a night for starts and exorbitant travel bills, Bora Bora provides more of a social status satisfaction than experience. Many other neighboring islands are similarly exclusive, secluded, and beautiful, but with lesser luxurious amenities, and at nearly half the cost. Travel excluded. The price vary with the travel seasons and crowd, but it is cheaper between December and March. Best time to visit. The The best time to visit Bora Bora in November and April. This short shoulder season offers amazing weather with temperatures in the mid-70s to mid-80s. From May to October is considered as a high season when rain showers are isolated and the number of tourists swells. 5. Seychelles. Islands seems to be a common on luxurious vacation spot, given that they give you the complete feeling of being on a holiday. Seychelles is located in the Indian Ocean, and one of the islands that make up Seychelles is the southern Indian island of Frigate. Frigate is a private resort and home to 17 lavish villas made of pure mahogany and teak wood, and all the build you can imagine of a luxury villa. With views of the oceans and huge pools side by side, the villas offer the ultimate experience of a posh holiday with a plethora of adventurous activities, but at a price of $1,000 per day, and the villas must be rented for 3 days minimum. Best time to visit. The best time to visit Seychelles are April, May, October, and November. These months are the transition times between the hot and humid weather and the cooler weather. 4. Tuscany. Tuscany is less crowded and one of the most expensive regions in Italy, given that the cities like Rome, Florence, and Venice are more appealing to regular tourists. The pre-Roman history and rural landscape is Tuscany's appeal, and many hotels are ancient villas and residences converted into lavish hotels and suites. This raw but luxurious experience attracts a lot of rich tourist crowd. Thus, the price are similar or more than of places like Rome. The rooms start from around $3,000 or $4,000 a week, and adding truffles, the tempting food, and local wine to the bill makes the vacations pretty pricey. Best time to visit. Most of the travelers like to visit Tuscany during busiest and the most expensive months of April, May, June, September, and October. These months combines the convenience of peak season with pleasant weather. Dubai. Definitely not known for simplicity, this Middle Eastern city of modern excess lies in the middle of the desert but boasts almost all kinds of luxuries one can imagine of, including skiing. Dubai is known for its gigantic hotels, mega resorts along the coastline, shopping centers with almost all of the expensive brands items imaginable, and several other ways to spend your monies, including buying some of the most expensive holidays for yourself. The best hotels in Dubai cost around $20,000 a night, and that's just for staying there. Best time to visit. Winter months are the best time to visit Dubai. If you are interested in Dubai Shopping Festival, you must visit during January and February. 2. Musa K. Musa K is one of the 11 islands in Copperfield Bay in the Caribbean, and you cannot rent a hotel room on it, but you must rent the entire island for nearly $40,000 a night. Certainly, these exumas or out islands of the Bahamas are the destinations for the elites and famous, including Ernest Hemingway and David. To your rented island, and all the gourmet meals are paid for with a price. Additional activities including fishing, diving, and several more in the seclusions of nature. Best time to visit. For the best weather to visit the Musa K is during winter from November to April, when the temperatures in most visited areas average a balmy 24 degrees Celsius with fairly constant and cooling easterly trade winds. 1. Oslo. Norway has a reputation for being the most expensive country in Northern Europe, which includes several other well-known countries as well. Norway's citizens live a well-off life with high wages, and the wealth of the country significantly comes from the tourist sector, which is priced higher than the most of the countries in the world. Similarly, the nation's capital Oslo follows suit of being expensive to the tourists in terms of hospitality, food, and even transportation. But in return, Oslo is clean, safe, and easy to get around even if you know just English. Apart from the charming row houses and appealing city life, the nearby scenic mountains and the flawless fjords are the sites that makes the vacations worth its money. Since the tourist industry that charges 70% higher prices than world average in general, it is difficult to travel economically in one of the most expensive cities in the world and may not fit everyone's dream budget. Best time to visit? Best time to visit is the warmest months between May and August. The temperatures rise, the flower blooms, and you can experience nearly 24 hours of daylight. The famous midnight suns usually occurs sometimes in June or July. To increase tourist activity around these places, there are some planned trips available with the discount offers in the off-season. Taking advantage of such offers can get you to visit this place right under your budget. So, these were all of the destinations that made our list. Tell us what do you think about these beautiful locations around the world in the comment sections below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to press the like button and join us next time for more such interesting content. Goodbye.